Quite an interesting situation you find yourself in here this week, huh?
A very exciting one.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Is
Yes,
that
sir.
is that how you kind of expected maybe your UFC debut would go? I mean, it happens like that for a lot of you guys. Short notice and just staying ready and being ready to pick up the phone.
Absolutely. Most, UFC, they're looking to grow talent. I'm not old, but I got a lot of experience, so it's hard to put somebody with my credentials just right into the UFC. So taking this short notice fight kind of really helped me, get there.
Is this a situation where you're just always staying ready because you're thinking maybe that call is going to come any day?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
After my last fight, I got to meet Dana White. It kind of just lit a fire, and I was like, man, I'm just going to stay in the gym. And I also signed with a new management, Jason House with Iridium Sports, and man, he was really adamant, like, man, you stay ready. I'll get you there. And man, he pulled through. Did
you want more than 5 or 6 days though? I mean, like short notice.
Well, absolutely. It's just one of those things where, man, it was supposed to happen. I took my first MMA fight on 5 days' notice. So there's no difference taking the first UFC fight on 5 days' notice.
Are you able to yet kind of tell the difference between being at this level? I mean, you got a bunch of people standing around you now, and lights on you and everything, and being at the LFA level, or is it all happening so quick that you can't even?
I would say a lot of it is just going so fast. I've probably spoken to at least 100 different people today, and man, it's been going crazy.
What do you make of your opponent? As soon as you got the call, I'm sure you started looking back at stuff on him and seeing what you could figure out. I mean, what's he bringing to the table for you?
Yeah, Vicente Luque, is it Luke or Luque?
Yeah.
And man, I've watched some of his video. He charges forward. He likes pressure. He likes throwing some heavy shots, and man, he doesn't mind looking for submissions. He's just looking to finish fights, and that's very, very similar to how I fight. So it's going to be a very interesting fight.
When you talk about how quickly everything's going by, is that maybe a benefit in a way? You don't dwell on any of it?
I can see that as a benefit. I can definitely. I can see that as a benefit. Being able to, just not even have to go through a whole week of cutting weight, of worrying about making weight or what my opponent might do or what might happen. Right now my mind's just so focused on getting everything else ready so I can actually fight.
How did it actually come together? Because I saw a couple things on Twitter. You put out that you wanted to fight. How'd you get the call?
My management told me that they were looking for a replacement, and he asked me if I could make weight. I told him I could. He sent in my name, and he told me he was still waiting back, so I wanted to throw some fire at it. So I gave him a little shout out on Twitter, and an hour or two later, Jason calls back, says we'll take the fight.
And obviously the big question is going to be the weight. How are things going in that area?
The weight? Oh, weight's going good. Better than I actually hoped for.
Where are you at right now?
185. 172.